MrBeast is being called out once again for the dumbest reason. You know how there's a war going on in a certain part of the world? Well, MrBeast is apparently supposed to be funding this war, and because he's not doing that, he is an evil person. That is the state of what Twitter has come to. Also, yes, before somebody comments, this is my 69th MrBeast video. The last one got 1 million views. Can you blame me? No. We got this tweet here saying, can we talk about MrBeast's silence regarding the war in Gaza and how it exposes him as a total fraud? He could single-handedly finance various groups in Gaza to fight for freedom and help people, but refuses to do so. He hasn't even talked about it yet, probably because that's not his sphere to talk about. He's a freaking entertainment YouTuber who occasionally does charity. We got a picture of MrBeast, and we just got a picture of something there, and this person got community noted. Readers added context that they thought people might want to know. Giving weapons to Hamas would violate multiple federal laws and lead to stiff prison sentences. So that's another reason why MrBeast ain't funding the war here, because he'd go to jail. The fact that this is 6,000 likes is insane. There's a bunch of people just supporting this in the comment section. It's kind of crazy. Now let's see what sort of logic we're working with here. MrBeast has a net worth of 53 million. Well, I'd say it's easily $1 billion, so that's completely wrong right there. A single piece of aid costs around $500. MrBeast can purchase and ship at least 103k units of aid. The cost to stop this aid will be 100k per unit for Israel. MrBeast can cause 10.3 billion worth of damage against the occupier. What do you actually... We got Jimmy Donaldson here, 54 million. As always, if you Google somebody's net worth, it is 100% accurate, for sure, for sure. And by aid, I'm not gonna click on that. They mean Hamas rockets. Not gonna comment on any of that, but Jesus Christ. You expect MrBeast to buy rockets to shoot... I'm sorry, that's no. The people of Gaza are trapped too, by the way, and a lot longer than 100 days. Survive 100 days trapped, win $500,000. Stop making random videos, MrBeast. Solve geopolitical issues right now. Do something instead of making videos and ignoring the biggest issues of our lifetimes, MrBeast. You know this person is just absolutely unaffected by this conflict as well. Just a goddamn Twitter user. I hope you're all proud of this. I'm going to cry. The Wall Street Journal internship status update. We've received reports regarding recent statements you've made on Twitter. These statements purport to be anti-Semitic, reflect poorly on your character. We've decided to place you on administrative leave. Now, pretty much obviously, my first thought on seeing this account is there's no way anybody could be this stupid. It is physically impossible. This has to be a parody account. So I started scrolling through this person's Twitter, and they've got a bunch of like absolutely absurd takes, which makes me think it's a parody account. But the fact is, the response to this takes it as completely real. There's a bunch of people in the quote tweets completely supporting this as well. Obviously, overwhelmingly are common sense. But if your like 5 years of history is continuous parody over here, I don't know what to say at that point. It's just like you're funding the crazies at this point if you yourself are not one of them, you know? Not y'all calling on MrBeast to be a warlord. Well, if it literally leads to the... Yeah, and this person like replies to every single person on Twitter and justifies their position. I mean, like, if you are parody, you're taking it way too far, man. Jesus Christ. Because there's people who genuinely believe this. The 6,000 likes of the tweet, man. Jesus Christ. Maybe because it's not a YouTuber's job to fund war sides. Maybe not his place to talk about it. He could say we stand with Palestine, but nothing else he can do really than that. He literally acts like he's a saint and humanitarian. Of course, everyone's gonna ask where he is. And when he acts like the biggest saint ever. Well, he can't be everywhere at once. And I don't think this place is his strong suit in, like, I don't know, political opinions over here. I think rich people not funding armies is good, actually. Who do you think funded the Union Army? Okay, they're just getting into extreme politics, which is, now, probably the funniest part about all of this is just a community note. It's just violating this person repeatedly. Well, first, that's a felony. Maybe he doesn't want to go to prison. Also, while Israel's actions have been deplorable, Hamas is also deplorable. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Just community noted over there. Unbelievable. Leon Lush. Ah, yes. MrBeast hasn't solved the Israel-Palestine conflict. What an a-hole. Generally can't tell if you're trolling or if your brainstem rotted out your fingers still work somehow. Leave Jimmy alone. He really needs to do something to stop this. You should send money to Hamas. What's their Venmo? Classic. Oompaville here saying, didn't think of this. The community note assuming MrBeast is bound by international law is so unserious. The only laws he's bound to is by YouTube TOS. Exactly. He's based out in the Caribbean where he keeps his money money hidden. He could easily, like, I don't understand why you're doing this. This is absolutely crazy. These people get feed off of this Twitter controversy, Twitter likes, and it's impossible to tell what is parody and what is not parody anymore because people are genuinely this insane nowadays. My last video was MrBeast building wells in Africa, and there were genuine, like, multiple reporters and journalists coming out saying that Africa didn't need this. You were portraying Africa as a poor people, right, and like a poor place, so therefore stop helping them. It's just the weirdest thing ever. Community knows this is a joke. Fire Karen already. Note not needed on this post. So true, especially because I never even said that. I would really love to know why community knows things I will just stand by while it tries to silence women. I don't know if every single person on this entire post is joking or not. It's pretty crazy. Now, the quote tweets are probably the funniest shit you will ever see. MrBeast, after reading this, we let 1,000 Hamas members into Israel. Oh man, this is isn't it insane that kind of sort of looks like a real thumbnail that could possibly be plausible? Patch's Pet Roll saying, I aided several terrorist groups to fight Israel without the federal government knowing. We got Willie Max Show saying MrBeast is getting called out for not winning the war in Gaza. How could you, MrBeast? This is disgusting. I can't believe he's actually done this, guys. First they were mad when he cured the blind, then they were mad when he made wells for the thirsty, now they're mad he isn't funding the war. MrBeast cannot get a W. I also condemn MrBeast for not funding Hamas. This might be the funniest unintentionally funny tweet of all time. Dude said MrBeast should become an illegal arms dealer to prove that he's a good person. I feel like we're at a point where there's absolutely nothing MrBeast could possibly do to get on the good side of everybody, okay? There's people that he's just pissed off forever and ever and ever, and they will never ever be on his side. It's the point where parody is being taken seriously. It's the point where people cannot distinguish between what's actually real and what's actually fake. And I'm not joking when I say that I feel like MrBeast could actually cure cancer and people would still hate him. That's just kind of how it goes at this point. I helped Hamas build underground tunnel. I think the fake, like, mocking thumbnails are probably the funniest thing I've seen in a while, honestly. If this tweet is a gag, it's a masterpiece. If it's real, it's still a masterpiece. That's what I'm saying here, because there's a bunch of people actually taking it seriously. How is Taylor Swift going to deliver a ceasefire with an Instagram post if MrBeast is funding Palestinian armed resistance? This is truly the debacle of our generation, guys. Taylor Swift needs to save humanity right now with one of her breakup songs. I think that will actually bring about world peace, obviously. The community note that's illegal. People can't actually do that. How dare you suggest MrBeast shouldn't break the law and start funding a war? Disgusting. Now, they continue with the rant here. Fighting against slavery and apartheid was also considered illegal at the time. MrBeast hides his wealth in the Cayman Islands anyway. Of course, you would know that, wouldn't you? And can easily send equipment to Gaza via Qatar to avoid federal regulations. Bro, there's no way. There's fucking no way. At MrBeast, your refusal to talk about the biggest crisis going on right now while calling yourself a philanthropist is crazy to me. Can you please tell us why you're not doing anything to stop this? Pro tip, it's because he won't make any ad revenue doing this. This is crazy, bro. It's so crazy how they're trying to silence you when you're so right. I don't think this person, like, the people responding to this, are they also part of the parody? Or do they not understand that this is an actual crazy person / parody? I literally laid out the plan for him and he still won't do anything. The silence is deafening. Ain't no way, bro. You should tell him that. Sure, why not? At MrBeast. It's hard to tell sincerity from satire on Twitter, but I'm assuming you're doing a bit here. That's the only way I can stay sane. If you tell me this person is not parody, I'm going to shoot myself. I'm actually, there's no possible way I could go on in this world. How much have you donated? The classic, I think they were saying something about $500. I'm pretty sure you got $500 in your bank account, you know? Send it over if you're so passionate about your issues, you know? You're the bravest girl I've ever met, of course. Anyways, guys, it's time for MrBeast to step up. This is absolutely disgraceful. Come on, MrBeast. What are you doing here? No, but really, this has gone a little too far at this point, even as a joke. My God. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.